dietsandreview.com, and with me today is Sam Poueu from Season 9 of Biggest Loser. How are you, Sam?
Doing very well. Doing
Good.
very well.
You're joining us from the Biggest Loser resort out in Utah today.
Yeah, that's correct. It's beautiful out here. A little warm, a little hot, a little hotter than LA, but you know, I'm getting used to it, so it's all good.
Yeah. And how long are you going to be out there, or how long have you been out there?
So I've been here for about 3 days now, and I'll be here for a full week.
Okay.
You know, kind of getting out here to experience and give a lending hand where I can, and you know, and see where we go from there.
What's that been like? I was actually on the Biggest Loser resort alumni page on Facebook last night, and there were a couple people talking about how you're visiting this week and how they've had a chance to share meals with you, or spend some time with you. And what's that experience like working with all of them?
The experience is phenomenal. Well, what's going on here at Fitness Ridge is really something special. I think, I remember I posted on my Facebook, like, I had a clear understanding that this is really, it's really kind of filling in the gaps that the ranch left, from my experience on The Biggest Loser. There's a lot more, the nutritionists here, the knowledge that I've gotten through, like, nutrition lectures and everything has just been phenomenal. And really something that I'm going to be able to take forward again and just keep, kind of refuel yourself, get a little revival here.
Right. And your finale was back in May, so you've basically been on your own for the summer.
Right.
How are things going, weight loss or even maintenance-wise for you?
They're going really well. I think, finale, I call it like fighting weight. For like MMA fighters and wrestlers, they try to do as much as they can to cut weight and get just so they can see that Vegas number that lights up there, so they're satisfied with it. For me, I'm at a weight now that I can maintain, and I'm at a weight where I can just, live comfortably and within my own means, and I don't have to. I'm not stressing about the next weigh-in, or and I don't see that as a finish line. I mean, the overall finish line now is, your life, so to have that in perspective and to get that clear perspective, it really helps you keep grounded when you come to a place like Fitness Ridge, because they reinstate and they reinforce all of those practices, and you get to learn that here, and I'm very happy for that.
Good. How has the experience at Fitness Ridge differed for you from being on the actual ranch, which I think for a lot of people going there might be a way to try and attain that experience if they can't get to the ranch?
Right. Well, I think what you get here is a real. Were you asking if the question was how is it different or how is it similar?
Both.
Both. Okay. Well, I think difference is that there's there's as far as like weight loss goes, there's magic that happens on that ranch. I think your body, like you're in tune with something else. You also keep in mind that it is a game show. Ultimately, that's what it comes down to. It is a game show. You're fighting to stay in the house every week and doing the most you can to keep yourself in there day in, day out. But then when everything's over, reality sets in and it hits you. With a place like Fitness Ridge, the difference is that there's an educational, value-based program here that teaches you how to live, and simply that, to live healthily, to live so you're not going crazy and, like battling out, and just so you can get that body that you want. Things, they have to be done in moderation, and that's something that I'm really taking in now.
Okay. Are you I know for a lot of people it's really hard to get off of that line of thinking that I'm losing weight, I have to check the scale, constantly thinking about these things. Do you feel like you're in a place yet where you're not thinking about it, you're just living it, or are you still trying to get there?
I think I'm still trying to get there. I think that's something that I'm still at work at, and I'm at peace with myself, but I'm not. I know that I still have that kind of that anxiety, I would say. Every week I weigh in and I try to see where I'm at, and I think that's good, so you can kind of calibrate where your body is. And I'm just trying to understand my body even better now that I'm not kind of in professional athlete mode, and I'm not, I'm not making millions of dollars on the contract, so I don't see the need to work like I was doing the way that we were. But now, like I said, it's all about the balance. Mm-hmm. It really is, and that's the ultimate goal of it all.
Okay. And which ways are you finding that balance in your life with work and fitness and a personal life and diet and exercise and all of that? What are the ways that kind of help you maintain that balance?
I think it's really about creating good habits and practicing them. you know, I like to hike, and I like to be outdoors. I'm not really a gym guy. I don't mind being in the gym if that's what it takes to make sure that I do get my workout in for the day. But I like being outdoors, and it's making the minor tweaks and changes. Whether it's parking a little further in the furthest parking spot, or taking the stairs instead of the elevator in our apartment complex. It's things like that, I think, that I make into not even a habit. It's just second nature now. I don't even think about it. I just do it now. Those are things that help me, I guess, not so much keep the weight off, but it's a lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
And it's okay to have this lifestyle. And I think that's what a lot of people, and I think the impression that it leaves on America, because they don't have to do that 6 to 8 hour vigorous workout. That's way too much to ask from anyone, and that's just unrealistic. And I think right now it's just kind of losing myself here, but yeah, it's just figuring out that balance of the lifestyle for me.
So if I may ask a personal question, you and Stephanie announced a few months ago that you guys were together, and I'm curious how that's going.
It's going really well.
Good.
It's going perfect, actually. Well, I don't want to say nothing's really perfect, but I mean, she's solid. She's great. You know what I mean? Like, I couldn't say enough about her, but at the same time, it's like, you have to wait and see. You know, I mean, it's great right now, but it was tough because at first we had to like keep our relationship under wraps, and even though we started dating like week 3 on the ranch, and so it's like finally we could announce our relationship, and so we have a bright future, that's for sure.
Good. I'm very glad. I know a lot of fans will be glad to hear that. What was that experience like dating on the ranch? Do you think that hindered your experience there in any way, or even enhanced it?
No, absolutely. As far as hindering, no, I don't think so. That was one of the best things, aside from really like taking the time and taking the risk with Coley and making this happen for each other. Meeting Steph was one of the best things that's ever happened to me in my life, aside from The Biggest Loser. I think ultimately it's destiny, and that's a part of my destiny. And, that she's in the equation, and I plan on her being in my equation for the rest of my life. So, to have the way I kind of looked at it was, you have the war veteran, right? He goes to war, he fights, he comes back, he tells the story, and you can't really be, what I'm saying? Like, he could tell you the story, but you'll never know what it's like unless you were in the trenches there fighting, fighting the enemy with him. Well, that's what Steph is for me. She knows what it was like to be there with me. We have those same struggles and insecurities, and that's what helps us kind of complement each other,
Right. A lot about a new relationship for a lot of people. I know when my husband and I were first dating, it was a big part of our relationship is food, because it's a really easy way to get out and spend time together that's not so committal, and it's comfortable. And so how are you guys I guess for the earliest part of your relationship, you were on the ranch, but once you got out and you were trying to live in the real world with relationship, what do you guys do for dates that isn't food focused that maybe, other people can consider?
Well, you know what? It's good, though, because right before I came out here, we planned a little date weekend because I was going to be gone for, obviously, this week while I'm here at Phoenix Ridge, and I'm going to head back to Northern California to visit, to visit my family up there. So, we did a little date weekend, and, I planned field trip date night. We went up to the Griffith Observatory in Los Angeles, like the only place in LA you could see stars. We packed Lunchables. Lunchables have whole wheat crackers in them, and they're low fat now, and just something that we can do together, but that we stay active with. Those are things that we like to do now. I mean, yeah, we'll go out for dinner. We like to go to watch a movie or anything, just like any other couple. But at the same time, we also have that that it's inside of us to want to go to the beach or want to go, and just go for a walk or do something. Those are things that we like to do to connect with each other. And nothing's better than just a good conversation, to tell you the truth.
Absolutely. Well, Sam, you look great. You are beaming. You seem very happy and in a very good place. Very glad to see that. So thanks for taking a few minutes to chat with us about your time at the resort and, how things are going since the season. And hopefully we'll get a chance to see you and Stephanie out at the next finale.
Yeah, you will.
Awesome. It's kind of like reunion time for you guys, a chance to kind of come back and strut your stuff and, you know.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, I can't say anything because this will be my first finale that I'll be attending in December. But you know, I never watched the show before, so I'll probably actually get to sit down and watch season 10 and just kind of see how things are going for them. But I would definitely want nothing more than to see the past contestants who have shared this remarkable experience together.
Yeah, I've been fortunate enough to be at a few of these finales, and the energy amongst the kind of Biggest Loser alumni it's really exciting. It's amazing to go back and see everybody looks phenomenal. And one of the questions I get from people all the time is, well, do they really keep the weight off? How do they really look? And I always just tell people phenomenal. Like, it's just amazing how well you guys do on your own, and it's an exciting time to come back and see everybody. So
yeah, absolutely,
we'll look forward to seeing you out there.
All right, likewise, Brandy.
For dietsandreview.com, this is Brandy Koski.